Right about now, the Funk Soul Brother. Check it out now, the Funk Soul Brother. Right about now, the Funk Soul.
They're gonna run out of cheeseheads soon.
The Funk Soul Brother. Right about now, the Funk Soul Brother. Check it out now, the Funk Soul Brother. Right about now, the Funk Soul Brother. Right about now, about now, about now, about now.
What is popping, everyone? It's your man Cloudboy Bales, and welcome to another episode of Wisco Sports Weekly. Just about a couple hours ago, news broke, obviously. There are people that are obviously signing contracts to be managers at different locations. The decision was going to come today to see what would happen and what Craig Counsell would decide to do. And unfortunately, to get to the case, he's moving on. So right now, the Brewers currently do not have someone at the manager position. Now, obviously, going on for this, who the heck are we going to get as a manager now? I mean, one of the assistants could take over, or honestly, there's some guys that are out there looking to get a job. Right now, I think Gabe Kapler right now is the top choice, I'd say. He's currently unemployed. That's the only option really at this point that has been a successful manager as of recently that is unemployed. But most importantly, it was what the decision was. And that's what really kills me inside. There was all this talk that, he had an interview with the Mets. He had an interview with the Guardians. And then the news came through. Guardians were going to... They actually signed Stephen Vogt, which is great. He's a former Brewer, for those who don't remember. He's now their manager. The Mets, they decided to go with someone else. Then the news came that Counsell's not leaving. And then apparently he's, going to join a team that already has a manager, and I'm sitting there like, oh. And then that team, unfortunately, was the Cubs. And it kills me because why did it have to be the Cubs? We offered Craig Counsell enough money to be our next manager. And he would have been the highest paid manager in sports. I mean, that was Bob Melvin originally when he decided to leave San Diego and go to San Francisco. But then Craig Counsell would have been the highest. Now, the Cubs swoop in, and it would have been $5.5 million for those who don't know. The Cubs swoop in and give him a 5-year deal worth $40 million. That's 8 million years. He, right now, is the highest paid manager in baseball. Doubled. I mean, the highest paid manager is $4 million. And that's Bob Melvin's. Counsell is getting paid double of that. This beyond to me. Now, normally I would say in this instance that Mark Ananasio, well, you know what I like to say about him. He's very cheap. But in this instance, he would have been paid the highest money. But I don't think there's really anything that you could have done, especially if any manager is going to be paid that amount of money a year. That is insane amount of money. Obviously, congratulations to the Cubs. Enjoy them. But as a Brewers fan, this infuriates me because now when we have to face our rivals, we have to face our old manager. And that's going to be really hard. I mean, everyone's calling him a snake, but it's like, why wouldn't you take that money? So, of course, the search is on for who's going to be our new manager. I mean, obviously, I think sooner or later they're going to find somebody. And I think It's gonna be pretty soon. Might even be today. As soon as I finish posting this, we'll find out who it is. But in the means, it's like, it's sad because I don't think you really want to see this even happen, you know? So, obviously, the Brewers, this is already a tough offseason as it is, you know? Of course, a lot of the people declined their deals. They're now free agents. The Brewers traded Canna for a relief pitcher from the minor league association. It likely could be a great guy in the future. You never know. Because I get it. Arnold's been doing a great job as general manager, so I'm not going to really be on that one. And plus, he wasn't going to get much playing time anyways. He would have been a DH or something. And they only re-signed Colin Ray. That's the only move they made. But from the looks of it, it's like, I don't know what they're going to do. Now, this is obviously, same thing goes with Corbin Burns. Are they going to trade Burns as well this offseason? Because honestly, if Council's gone, I feel like there's nothing that you can really do on this team. And it's time. It's time. This is the start of this new rebuild. So, as much as kills me, I think the team really centered around him. It hurts that, he's gone now. So, obviously, there's a lot of talk who could be our new manager. I'd said Gabe Kapler's an option. Now, obviously, David Ross is an option, too, because, of course, the Cubs literally screwed him over and told him that you're not fired. And this news literally was like, oh, he's taking your job. So, pretty much, I kind of feel bad for the guy. And to be honest, I don't think Ross is that good of a manager. I'll be completely honest. I mean, I like him as a person. I definitely remember him on Dancing with the Stars when he almost won the thing. But, I, for one, think that, you just got to find someone who can really do well at managing at this point if you're the Brewers. And definitely, I would do Gabe Kapler. If that's the best move, you got to make it. Hopefully, there's a guy that comes out of here out of nowhere. I mean, I was even making jokes that Ryan Braun could be our manager way back in the day. I said, when Council does these crappy mistakes, I'm like, you know what? We should get another Brewer. Let's get Ryan Braun to be our manager. I don't know if he knows anything about managing, but you never know. That's how most players are. But yeah, this is really heartbreaking news that now he's a Cub. I mean, congrats on getting all the payday, dude, but we don't know what's going to happen. So this definitely helps the Cubs in every single set of the way. So, yay. But on the other hand, I was planning on making a video today talking about my thoughts on college basketball going into the season, but I don't have time for that now because I have to work, and this kind of news dropped today, so that's unfortunate. Tomorrow, I will update everybody on my thoughts on Marquette and Wisconsin Badgers going into the season. Obviously, Badgers tip off and Marquette tips off tonight. Marquette against Northern Illinois, and I think the Badgers against Arkansas State, I think. But it should be great. They're both home games for them, so we will see what happens. And if you like what you see, comment below, subscribe with your thoughts. Obviously, more updates to come because we need to find a new manager. And as always, we will see you next time. Go Brewers.